Hello, my name is Lily Trevino, and today I'm going to be presenting Mario Savio. Mario Savio was a U.S. educator and a student free speech activist who reached prominence as a spokesman for the 1960s free speech movement at the University of California, Berkeley. Savio was born on December 8, 1942 in New York, New York. His parents immigrated from Sicily to Queens, where his father worked as a machine punch operator and his mother as a retail salesperson. They were devoted Catholics who instilled a strong sense of morality and understanding of importance of their education in their two altar sons. Savio went to Martin Burton High School, where he graduated at the top of his class in 1960. Later, he went to Manhattan College on a full scholarship and then going to Queens College. He graduated in 1963, where he spent the summer working on a Catholic relief organization in Taxco, Mexico, which helped to improve the sanitary problems by building facilities in the slum. After, his parents moved to Los Angeles, where he enrolled in the University of California, Berkeley. In his first year at Berkeley, he quickly got into civil rights activism and was arrested for taking part in a sit-in at the Sheraton Palace Hotel in San Francisco, where protesters demanded that African Americans be hired for positions other than maids. He was arrested for trespassing along with 167 other protesters. Ending his year, he took part in Freedom Summer, where he taught Freedom School for Black children and was involved in helping African Americans register to vote. Savio returned to Berkeley after intending to raise money for the Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee. But for decades, the school had prohibited political activity and fundraising on campus, but allowed students to set up card tables on the edge of campus. The September 1964, they issued new rules banning tables from all of campus. Angry students moved their tables to the Sproul Plaza, which was well inside the campus perimeter. 8 students, including Savio, were suspended indefinitely, and former graduate Jack Weinberg was arrested and put in a cop car where hundreds of students surrounded the car before it could drive away. Savio and others endured a 32-hour sit-in where he took off his shoes and climbed on top of the car and spoke with words that roused the crowd into a frenzy, establishing himself as the leader of the protest. Negotiations went between the students and the university president, Clark Kerr, and it ended the plaza sit-in with promises of re-examination of the students who were suspended and the negotiation for a new policy on campus political activity. After this, Savio became the leader of the newly formed free speech movement. Negotiations failed to change, and Savio gave his most famous speech, Bodied Upon the Gear, also known as the Operation of the Machine, in front of Sproul Hall, giving the famous quote, "There is time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you sick at heart. You can't take part. You can't even tacitly take part. You've got to put your bodies upon the gear, and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop." There, 800 people were arrested, and it was the largest mass arrest in the California history. Savio spent 4 months in jail and was suspended from the university. After this, he was investigated for being associated with the Communist Party. The FBI spied on Savio for years because he had emerged as the nation's most prominent student leader and was a symbol of a revolt against the establishment. The investigation lasted from July 1964 to January 1975 and ended when an investigation into the FBI's abuse of power began. Married in 1965 to FSM leader Suzanne Goldberg, Mario left Berkeley with his wife and 2 children. There he got a scholarship at the University of Oxford, though he did not complete his degree. He moved back to California in 1966. Coming back, he immediately got into protesting and was arrested for protesting at an armed force recruiting table. In 1969, he ran for Senate on the Peace and Freedom Party ticket, and in 1980 helped found the Citizen Party. With his first marriage ending in 1972, he remarried in 1980 to FSM activist Lynn Hollander, to whom they had 1 son. Savio went back to school 20 years later at the San Francisco State University, and he earned his BS degree in physics in 1984 and his master's degree in 1989. Following his love for mathematics, philosophy, and logic, he taught at Sonoma State University. Savio had a history of heart problems, and after a public debate, he had a heart attack. He was admitted at Columbia Palm Drive Hospital in Sebastopol, California, November 2nd, 1996. He slipped into a coma and was taken off life support, where he died November 6, 1996, in California at the age of 53. Mario was a highly publicized role in the free speech movement and inspired students in the New Left, civil rights, anti-war, and women's liberation movements. Structures were named after him. A memorial lecture fund was set up to honor Mario Savio. The Mario Savio Young Activist Award was to honor an outstanding young activist with deep commitment to human rights and social justice. In 1997, the steps of Sproul Plaza were renamed Mario Savio Steps. His famous speech was used for various purposes, like for songs, TV shows, radio stations, comics, and excerpts for hacktivist groups to end on. On October 16, 2012, Sebastopol City Council rededicated the downtown plaza as a Mario Savio Free Speech Plaza. And that was the life of Mario Savio. Thank you.